All right. All right. I just tap this and then this.
Did you adjust the lighting for the darkness?
The what?
The darkness. Did you adjust the light for the darkness?
The light for the dark. What does that even mean?
So you can keep filming under low light. Did you do that?
Of course I did. I'm not an idiot. I know perfectly well what I'm doing. Well, if you'd stop hanging over my shoulder, I'd have this up and running.
Come on, let's just use mine.
Thank you. I don't need your help. Stop crowding me, will you? You're crowding me.
I'm nowhere near you now. Will you stop acting like a big baby and let me set up my own rig, for Christ's sake?
I don't need your help and I don't need your fancy rig. This is my gig and my equipment, and I'm telling you, it all works perfectly fine.
All right then, you look great. Whenever you're ready, smile.
Will you do me a favour?
Sure.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do.
You're telling me to smile.
Okay, don't smile then.
See, now you're doing it again.
Oh my God, you're hilarious. I really have missed you. Tell me you don't miss this.
I mean it.
Okay. You're doing great, Dee Dee. Just breathe normally.
Fine.
Grand. Whenever you're ready.
Fine. Good.
Whenever you're ready.
Good evening. I'm Deirdre O'Shea, paranormal investigator. I'm speaking to you this evening from within the confines of Ireland's infamous Knockmourne Hall. For over 20 years, residents of neighbouring villages throughout the county have shared tales of a malevolent presence within these walls. Thrown objects, screams in the night, and sightings of a ghastly spectre floating disembodied down the grand staircase. I intend to record, for future study, my interactions with the Phantom of Knockmourne Hall. The clock has just struck midnight, and tonight, with the help of a generous grant from the Irish Society of Paranormal Inquiry, I have arranged to lock myself inside alone. At least, that was my intent. Apparently, after all the arrangements had been agreed upon, they apparently let in another paranormal investigator with her own agenda. Apparently. What are you doing?
Thought I'd introduce myself. Hello in there, Nessa McGrath. You may know me from RTA television
This
program.
is my experiment.
You're using my camera?
Well, I didn't ask to use your camera.
Well, sure, then we'll go back to the old one and show everyone the goblins that live up your nose.
Why the hell are you here in the first place?
I told you already, I'm just here to help.
And I told you already we were quits.
Quite aware, believe me, quite aware. You're starting to get angry.
I am not! I just don't understand why, after all these years, you ingratiate yourself into an effort I have been working on for months. I mean, what, are you bored? I mean, what's next? A feckin' talk show for lonely poltergeists?
You need to watch your language and your tone.
Did you just feckin' tone police me? Oh no. No, you don't. You have no right to police my tone when you have entirely bunged up this entire experiment. You just made a bollocks, banjaxed bullshit. I don't think I've conveyed enough my deepest gratitude to the Irish Society of Paranormal Inquiry. Their generosity has allowed us to finally enter the stony sanctuary of the Phantom of Knockmourne Hall this evening. The trust that administers this vast estate has operated under a rather peculiar set of rules.
Some of these rules border on the bizarre. Every spring and autumn equinox, an antique table from the Middle Ages must be prepared for a seance. Incense and candles must be lit as the sun sets and then burn undisturbed until morning. The last living occupant of Knockmourne Hall, Delphine McSweeney, was famously known for performing seances here, dead 25 years ago this very night, dead by her own hand. Delphine McSweeney employed many of England and Europe's most esteemed mediums for assistance and guidance. She became steeped in knowledge of arcane spells, necromancy, alchemy, divination, what less sophisticated cultures might refer to as witchcraft. Some people believe that the ritual of the seance table was meant to perpetuate a portal she had opened. A portal beyond the corporeal world of the living. From beyond. What?
What?
What are you doing? You're in my shot.
The camera, it moved.
Sure it did. It's motion sensitive.
It is? It moves?
Sure.
That's brilliant.
It is.
Right.
Do you mind?
Ah, right. Sorry. Bang away.
As I was saying, the ritual of the seance table was meant to perpetuate a portal she had opened. A portal between our corporeal realm of the living and other, or many other, spiritual dimensions.
But the most fascinating mystery of Knockmourne Hall is the perplexing room at the end of the east wing's upstairs hallway. A room that has remained locked. Locked, in fact, since the very day of Delphine McSweeney's death.
Locked, the room remains. But the enigma of this locked room grows even deeper when one realizes it lies directly under the eaves of the attic where Delphine McSweeney held those mystifying seances.
A room that some people believe holds a vast collection of ancient curses and spells. But only one thing will open that door: a key.
A room some people know holds a vast collection of ancient curses and spells. Is there anything else you'd like to share about Delphine McSweeney, Dee Dee?
No.
Like I said, you're the boss.
So, what? Carry on. So, we are now in the grand receiving room of Knockmourne Hall. Years ago, in a more gilded age, this is where hundreds of Ireland's most prestigious families would gather for sumptuous parties, paragons of wealth, the well-heeled preening like peacocks. This is the heart of the house. This satchel holds my most prized possessions. They were gifted to me by my mentor, Seamus Kettle, before he passed to the spiritual realm himself. Master Kettle taught me that in this redoubtable craft, there are three values we must always hold dear: discipline, tradition and truth. These These ideals are what keeps the light shining in the heart of a paranormal investigator. They are what I use to keep the darkness at bay, if that makes any sense. Now, I'm going to begin tonight's experiment with these divining rods. I'm going to center all my energy and let the rods become an extension of myself, seeking out the entity and their own energy field. Sometimes it can be helpful to create a question in your mind. A simple yes or no question can help you to center your energy, send it through to the rods. So that's what I'm going to do now. Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here?
Jesus.
What's that?
Electromagnetic field distortion detection and proximity alert system. Is there anybody here? Your toast is ready.
Right, let's keep banging on, shall we? Another tool which we find handy is the Ouija board. Now, you may have played with one of these in slumber parties or when your parents were away for the weekend.
Creepy old attics, seances, spirits.
They must never be considered lightly. Some entities are tricksters, embittered that they are gone from this world. Some may even be malevolent.
Some can be downright evil, can't they?
Right. So it's important when you are communicating with another dimension to keep your wits about you.
Tell them all about your first seance.
I'm sorry?
Your first time. First time you spoke with the other side. Who did you talk to? What happened to you?
I really don't think that's important.
Discipline, tradition, and truth. Weren't you scared?
Weren't you scared?
I don't get scared anymore. How have your dreams been last few years, Dee Dee?
What?
Sorry. Should have said nightmares. Pretty terrifying, right? When the dreams come for you, are you still a little girl?
Am I what?
A little girl. You know, right? The raspy whispers all around you. Cool caresses crossing the goose flesh on the back of your neck. And then the sudden snatches at your hair, your arms, your legs.
You have them too?
Coming on most of a year now.
I thought it would be only me.
We haven't caught up in a while, have we? You and I.
Yes, well, nightmares can be a common hazard of paranormal investigations. Now, you must consider how kind and patient Master Kettle was. When he conducted a seance, he would...
That is a hairy-arsed lie.
No, it's not a lie to say I was apprenticed by Master Kettle.
You sly little donkey. You're stretching the truth like a taffy.
I'm not.
Or two. Seamus Kettle didn't preside over your first seance. Did he? Did he?
No, of course he did.
Oh, what about the nightmares,
No,
Didi?
I don't want to talk about
What kind
them.
of trouble are you in?
I'm in no trouble.
What have you entered into with whoever, somebody?
No, I haven't.
Aha! Ha ha! I think I'm ready for some truth-telling. Shall we? Let's shall. Let's start with your blasted society of stuffed-up paranormal peepers.
Nessa?
Hello in there, you Irish society nitwits. Now, I'm 95% sure that you've strung along my esteemed colleague and former partner, Didi, to capture some evidence of the phantom here tonight, and then sell it at the highest price to some wanker cable network in the States. I'm just fine with that.
Will you stop?
Look, I know I can be crafty, cagey, and even though Didi and I have had our, well, let's call them differences, it's right torture watching her try to be dishonest. Just look at her face, will you? She's very nearly cross-eyed. Now, all you society shite-hawks, get ready to push up your spectacles and pop your collars, because I'm about to loop you into what's really going on here tonight. Did you know that the esteemed Deirdre O'Shea, paranormal beacon of Ireland and the Isles, is a cherished relative of mine? Yeah. We are actually family.
Distant family.
Cousins, in fact.
Twice removed.
And did you know that the creepy, bat-faced goon that crawls around the floorboards and walls of this place, old Delphine McSweeney herself, is Didi's and my dear departed great aunt? Ah, there she is. That's right. Ring all the bells you can. Your family's finally come home after all these years. But the fun's not done. This one will really wind your necks in. Are you ready? Hey, Didi, how old were you when you experienced your first seance?
I was 8.
Oh, say that again.
I was 8.
And that would have made me how old?
6. You were 6 years old.
Little babbies we were. Right up there. Some ghouls reside on this side of the spiritual plane. Our Aunt Delphine sat between us at the table that night. Holding our wrists down with cold hands, she summoned terrifying spirit after spirit to meet us. You see, to our auntie, we were the perfect little playthings for her spirits to toy with.
Little kittens.
Little kittens, held up, dangling by the scruffs of our necks. No teeth and no claws to scratch back.
I was never so scared in all my life.
It does something to you. She didn't like us crying that night, so to stop us, she conjured a whole room full of brightly coloured rubber balls to rain down on us, didn't she, Didi?
Didn't help.
No, it didn't help. We were orphans, you see. We were given a choice. Go to live as wards of our great aunt, or we would be shipped off to some manky nunnery somewhere to scrub toilets and quietly disappear. Our families, Dee Dee's and mine, they all died together. You may have heard in the news. O'Shea family reunion, 1977. To this day, the greatest occurrence of mass botulism poisoning in a single event.
A single dish.
A single dish. Shrimp salad. Don't pity us. We turned out all right. Ran away from this place. Apprenticed with Master Seamus Kettle. Learned a lot. Never forgot. So now, after all these years, we're home. Your little kittens have finally come home, Aunt Delphine. We've grown out our claws. You and I need to talk.
All right. Yep, okay. There we are. Got it. Oh, good to go then.
Okay. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. There it is.
There it is. You care to take a seat?
I'd rather lobotomize myself with a can opener.
Jesus, Nissa.
Truth hurts.
Okay then, we can do this standing. You still good with the plan?
Whatever. It's fine.
All right.
I mean, it's a stupid plan, but it's fine.
All you had to say was fine. Yeah, you could have stopped right there.
Well, I didn't, so fine.
How did you know I was going to be here tonight?
Happy to tell you if you tell me what you're doing here tonight.
Fine.
Fine?
Fine.
Fine. We should do the thing.
What? No.
Come on.
I said no.
Old times, come on. It'll settle the nerves, right? Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone.
They pulled my hair and stole my comb, but that's all right till I go home. She's handsome, she's pretty, she's
the belle of Belfast City.
She's a courtin',
1, 2, 3.
Please won't you tell me who is she? Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pulled my hair, they stole my comb, but that's all right till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is a belle of Belfast City. She is a courtin', 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she? You want to ask the first question?
Right. Aunt Delphine. Why did you like Dee Dee better than me?
Come on now. You know that's not true.
I can ask her anything I want.
She was terrible to both of us.
I don't remember her referring to yourself as the feral one.
Well, she knew that you weren't afraid of her. I was.
You always had more power than you ever believed you had.
And you had more power than she and I put together. I say she was jealous of you.
M. O. O. That's it.
Oh, here it goes again. M. O. Oh. She says you're a cow.
Yeah, that's just like one of our stupid games.
Hello, come on back here.
I am speaking to the entity that resides within this house via the spiritual plane.
Nessa.
I am inviting you to make direct communication with us right now.
We were already communicating with her.
What? Are you a coward? If you're so keen on shoving yourself on the living, do something about it.
Don't be such a bully.
I say you're a coward. Come on, shove me. Knock on something. Come on, show us what you're
Why
made
do you have
of.
to do it this way? This isn't your show on the telly.
Because it works.
It never works.
Bang on something again.
See, this is the part that I find so incredibly stupid. You ask the ghost to bang something, they bang something, then what do? You ask it to bang again? So how is that even a conversation? This method of yours has diminished the art of spiritual communication to the equivalent of having a conversation between a caveman and a rock.
It pays the bills.
Well, fair play to you. And now we've generations of young mediums that watch ghosts literally bang their heads against the wall in frustration because people like you won't use tried and true methods of actual conversing with the other side.
All your Ouija board said was moo.
Look, this is why I can't work with you anymore. You're unpredictable, you're impulsive. The point of making contact with the paranormal is not to make them jump around and do tricks like a dog.
Maybe they like doing tricks.
When you first started messing around with the, well, let's just call it the sketchy side of the paranormal, I didn't say a thing. No, I kept numb because you're my family and I respect you.
We could have built a paranormal empire, you and I.
You cannot reduce these spirits, Nessa, to ratings and entertainment. I can't abide that. I won't. These are broken, lonely souls who have never found eternal rest.
So now you're saying Aunt Delphine is one of those lonely souls, is that it?
I'm saying we can't judge a soul that has never found eternal rest.
What aspects of my craft specifically have you judged to be sketchy?
Exorcisms on the telly?
It can happen.
You performed an exorcism on a cake.
Was it devil's food cake?
Shut up! See, this is exactly my point. You broadcast the sacred rites of a satanic exorcism on the television.
It was a light exorcism. I only used a tiny portion of it. You don't know how hard it was to find those rites. They're an absolute banger.
What precisely about those exorcism rites did you think were such a bloody banger for you?
They're just special, is all.
You ever done them before?
Like I said, they're very special.
And they're untried. You didn't know if they backfire. You didn't know if they bounce back and hurt you or somebody else. They are just... Your methods and means, Nessa, they don't align with mine.
And that makes you boring and insufferably judgmental. You apply puritanical litmus tests to every spell and power comes your way. Or maybe you're just plain jealous.
Jealous? Ha!
Yeah, jealous of my success, jealous of the knowledge I've gained.
You named your television program The Ghoul Platoon. Yeah. I have published thousands of papers. I've collaborated all across the world.
Didi.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to gain recognition in this field? Huh? Especially with the Lovecraftian shit show that we were raised in. Everything I have, Nessa, I have built from the...
Didi, shut up! Listen to that.
The clock is striking midnight.
It struck midnight hours ago. No. Why is that here? Why are they here?
Where are they coming from?
Oh.
Where are they coming from?
Didi!
Nessa!
There were so many spirits that night. So many ghosts!
You got to calm down. No, Nessa.
Oh, I'm supposed to be stronger than this. I'm supposed to be stronger.
We are. We are, Nessa. No, Nessa, look at me. Look at me.
So many spirits. So many ghosts.
You got to turn off the TV. You got to turn off the camera. Nessa, it's all right. You're all right, Nessa. No, you're all right. You're all right. It's okay. All right. You ready?
Sure. Got you in frame. We're rolling.
Okay. Are you okay?
I'm fine now.
You sure you're okay?
I said I was fine, and I am. Let's do this. See anything?
Nothing. Nothing. Oh, the books, the papers, they're all gone. This was her library. Where did it go?
God, Didi, this is so stupid. Just change your mind
No,
already.
we made a deal. I have to do this alone, you promised.
I've reconsidered my position.
You can't. It's done.
It's not. You won't even tell me why.
Nessa, I'm past fighting. Now, you made me a promise. Hold up your end of it.
Why?
Because I need you safe. I have to do this alone. Just wait downstairs in the parlour and I'll lock the door behind you. Go on. Go.
What if you get into trouble?
Well, then you'll still be safe.
Don't bollocks this up, Didi. I'll have no one to take the piss out of.
Okay, then. I love you too. Go. All right then, you and me. You have my undivided attention. I made you a promise and I held up my end of it. Say something. Oh, God, I really hated this. All those little power plays, promises made, but held up just out of reach. Would you like some ice cream? A new dolly? How would you like me to make the ghost stop shaking the end of your bed? Stop pulling your hair out all night? Yeah. Once you had two little girls in this place to play your games with, I suppose you had no need of the ants under the magnifying glass, eh? There you are. God. I learned so many spells inside this room, Auntie. Here's the thing. When you take a tiny child and hold her up in front of the darkness enough, she learns to take refuge in the shadows. But despite how much you wished, despite how hard you tried, I have stayed out here in the light, and I will do whatever it takes to make sure Nessa stays in here with me. Now, you halter your donkey. Look what I have here. Huh? Isn't this what you wanted? Like I said, I made you a promise, but I will not let you dangle your side of this filthy bargain over my head anymore. You have been inside Nessa's dreams as well. You won't hurt her anymore. Her nightmares and mine end here tonight. Make me understand that you agree to that? All right, so we are in accord. There's just one more thing. We have nigh to Murach. We have to Murach. We have nigh to Mornach. Trapped like a cat, got a rat, got a bat. Did you really think that I would trust you, huh? You are bound to this room. You understand? You hear me? I have bound you within the four corners of only this room. So bang all the doors and windows you like. Weren't you always the welcher then? Nessa was right. Your little kittens have come back with lion's claws and teeth, Auntie. Well, that's one thing I learned from you, Auntie. Never trust a living or an unliving soul, right? Am I right? Ha!
You little lie.
It's not a lie. If it keeps you from your treachery, you had this coming. All right, well, that's just nasty.
You let me out of here!
No, look here. Look, huh? This is the spell you gave me that will release you from the curse. You understand? Yes, you told me you were cursed the night Nessa and I ran away, and you told me if I came back here 25 years from the day of your death, you'd be released from the curse and you would leave us alone forever. You remember?
Yes, my little kittens are home!
That's right. I'm here.
You're both home, you're both home, you're both home.
And you are bound to this room. Or did you forget so soon?
I remember you. I gave you.
Yes, you gave me this. Are you ready?
Yes. Oh, yes, little kitten. Yes.
All right, here goes. Doreth mood no dina you shadina. Luos dwo nath root shodash ro. Won't la you dalas.
No! Stop! No! Get out of here!
Nessa, no!
Here goes Shay, for the love of God, shut up! Tons gor et krasna, eroyo temalla, boyevila davema.
What the hell did you just do?
Stunning spell. Traps are here in the corporeal world, but cuts off all energy feeding her from the spiritual one. She's stuck, like a fly on a windshield. Well, isn't she just as pretty as a pasture full of daisies?
How long does this last?
Only a few minutes. She'll be slow coming out of it, but watch yourself. It's supposed to give you time to run.
Well, we can't do that, Nessa.
I know, Dee Dee. What are you doing with this?
Trying to break a curse.
Whose curse?
Hers.
Hers? She's not cursed. She is the curse.
Look, you remember the night that we ran away? Yeah, you were waiting down in the yard for me and I didn't come out the window?
I do.
Yeah, she found us running that night. She came up here and she caught me up by the arm.
You never told me
Well,
that.
I was trying to protect you. But she told me, the night that we escaped, she told me that she would declare us runaways, that she'd come after us, that she'd come take us back here and keep us separated. Unless I came back 25 years later and released her from some curse she was under.
And you believe that?
Well, why wouldn't I? It made us be able to escape and stay together.
And you took her at her word?
I had to, didn't I? Those nightmares, we need them to end.
So why you?
Why me?
Yes, why you?
I don't know. I suppose because I'm the responsible one.
Oh.
No.
Yes.
Come on!
Afraid so? You got punked, Dee Dee.
So all this time...
I had one too. She made me make the same promise. Keep my word to come back here 25 years after she croaked.
And then what happened?
Well, she croaked, Dee Dee. Croaked herself, actually. She was never cursed. That was never her plan.
Well, then what was her plan? Wait. What was I just about to do, Nessa?
That is a reanimation spell.
No!
Reanimation arises from the bleakest corners of necromancy, Deirdre. The darkest spirits can rise again, but only if they can steal a corporeal body and consume its soul.
Mine.
And then she can walk away from this room, walk away from this house as yourself.
And live my life as me.
And live on forever.
Wait. I'd be immortal?
Oh, carries a great price, Dee Dee. Unless you know how to get out of paying for it.
Forever.
God, I don't know how to end this.
I do.
Well, what spell?
Does it matter?
Where did you get the spell? And how did you know about it? Oh, it was you. You were the one got all her books and her spells. God, her spells!
Do you trust me? I need you to trust me, Deirdre.
Well, it's dangerous.
My kitten! Little kitten!
Don't call me that.
You always saw Father so bright your light. You want to live forever.
So that's the plan, eh? Live on forever and use one of us to do it?
You learned a lot from me.
I learned a lot more than you ever knew.
Help me and I'll help you.
That's right.
Help me and I'll show you.
Oh, what about Dee Dee?
She'll help us in her own way. I knew it would always be you. I'll show you how to live forever.
Oh, do you promise?
Yes! I promise.
But what if I don't need any of your help?
Arglwyth na.
Damwena gofal business dugum gwydd, ni sain ich gorna pan cariari, ni roedd e telodra, mordia fara! You feeling any better?
Fine. I'm fine. I'm such a bleeding fool.
You're not a fool. You're noble. Nobility is the only thing keeping this world spinning round the right way.
I should have known.
Why do you think doctors don't treat their own families? Everything on the road gets foggy and you don't see what's coming at you.
It's not the same thing.
It is the same thing.
I'm so tired of watching evil in this world, Nessa. Feels like it's everywhere sometimes. And just when you think you're all right, it's staring you right in the face. How can you not see it coming at you?
Takes a devil to know one, I figure. You're being too hard on yourself.
Even when you've seen it coming at you time and time and time again. Now, every time I think I have the chance to stop it, to keep it away from the people I most care about, I fail.
Not every time.
Well, enough times to have my heart broken.
Being honourable carries a price. I root for you, Dee Dee. I really do.
Well, you saved my life.
You saved mine. I'll never let us be quits.
I am jealous. You're right. I was always jealous of how you've borne this world so easily.
Trust me, that ease comes at its own cost.
It's really over.
No more dreams.
No more dreams. You know, the society can never see what went on here tonight.
Agreed.
Then why did you turn it back on?
I thought you might want it. A memento for someday.
I will never watch that tape.
Then I'll give it to you and you can keep it safe for us. A family album.
A family album. A picture holds the magic to make a moment last forever.
Forever and ever.